Hi everybody, so I'm Gavin and I am the British Bookworm. So today I've literally just finished a fantastic, superb, brilliant, excellent book. I've just been reading for 5 hours on my day off on a Saturday, and it's taken about a week and a half to get through it. So the book I'm reviewing is Ross Edgley's The Art of Resilience. Now for me it's extremely personal because I am someone who's given my life to studying science of training, personal training. As someone who's dedicated more time and effort into the fitness field than anyone I've ever met personally, even though that is a boast, I don't care, it's true. To read Ross Edgley's book, both The Fittest Art, I forget the title now, his first book, which is a book I'm going to review on this channel. But to review this book is a privilege. The guy is just what you would call a pinnacle human being. He's just a high quality human being and a pedigree trainer. He's what I would say, as someone who's extremely critical of the fitness field and industry, I would say he's like the archetypal personality. He's got an amazingly positive personality. He's a fantastic quality individual. So this book is pursuing him, but it's not pursuing him, it's following him around his swim. He wrote this book after swimming around Great Britain. Now, to put it into context, that is just an absolutely out of this world achievement. And to dedicate many months to train towards it, and then to literally swim 12 hours a day, 500 let's start again. He basically starts at Margate, goes round clockwise to Margate, around through the channel, up the Irish Sea, round the north of Scotland, and back down to Margate, which was 1,780 miles. He swam in 6 hours, 6 hour cycles mostly. Swam every single day, didn't have any rest days, ate 10 to 15,000 calories a day, and he did it through many challenges, and he just basically put his head in the water and swam. And that's a very oversimplification of it, but his philosophy, his mindset, his positivity, his charisma, charm really comes out with this book. Now, someone who's dedicated my life to studying sports science, to training people, to being fit myself, not at the moment, which is being immersing myself in this book rather than my current training regimes, which is non-existent at the minute. But as someone who's dedicated my own life to a massive degree in fitness fields and sports science, this guy is just incredible. And to be able to swim on a day-to-day basis for 12 hours every 24 hours roughly, using the tides, and you being modest and humble to attach your success to the people that made it possible, it's not often people do that. And when I'll put this link in here, or I'll put this video, so where you can get started to watch his actual video diary vlogs for Red Bull that he did. I'll put it here so you can actually find it on YouTube and follow him from day one to the end. You can follow him on there, but when he talks about what he's achieving, he's always referring it to as we did this, we've done this today. So it really marks him out. You supposedly you could say I have like a man crush on him, but I haven't, because I could make some criticisms easily towards being brought up in how can I put this? In a lucky upbringing, decent, circumstances that's prevailed and made somebody in the words that elude in my mind. But he's been brought up, very well, being around. He's obviously been brought up in a well-off family, and so he's had that luck of the draw, so to speak. So, but that has nothing to do with the fact that he's just a superb person, and to be able to do swimming every single day for 157 days in the sea against waves, tides, currents, dealing with jellyfish, swimming through jellyfish, the dedication, the determination, the tenacity, it's just incredible. And like I said to a friend, he's like our David Goggins. If you don't know who David Goggins is, go and look him up, because you should. Wow, what a guy. So the book, for me as an expert in fitness, I don't need to know the science that he goes into, but for someone who's just joining him, or to someone who isn't a professional in the fitness industry, there's some brilliant bits of advice and training methods and training ideas and training thoughts, from Stoicism to how it influenced him, to challenge him and his response to the challenges of the external world, and to like switch off and to zone in and to just get on with this challenge that he set himself up due to his life experiences through his journey as a researcher, as a fitness professional, as a fitness expert. Before he did this, he did some incredible challenges in the fittest, what the book, I can't remember the bloody name of the book, but the fittest something book. Why I can't remember, it's so annoying. I'm gonna put it here because it's proper annoying me that I can't remember it. But the guy is just, I know I'm going on about this, the guy is just a superb human being. This book is gonna get a 5 out of 5, even though for me on some levels it's basic, and you know, it's a bit basic for me, but it's only basic for me because my life has been around fitness and studying it. But for anyone who's wishing to learn about the mindset of doing something and the ability to put yourself through pain and to find motivation that allows you to see that you can do it, you can get out of the positions that you're in. You can, even though it's not necessarily saying this book is basically showing you that if you want to do something, you can do it. You have to have a support system in place, which he had with this fantastic family and sailor that took him round the coastline of Britain. The fantastic experience and wealth and knowledge and power that emitted from him that helped Ross is just awe-inspiring as well. His family, who dedicated their lives for 5 months to help Ross get around. Hence, Ross's success being that we did it, that they achieved it. It was their achievement as well. And just the positivity that Ross exudes is just absolutely fucking awesome. The fact that he can get his head into that water, into the sea, into the challenges that the challenge itself represents something unique and individually personal to Ross Edgley, but the fact that it's a metaphor, it's an example, it's a template of what human beings, if they wish to achieve things, can achieve, and that we set ourselves, as he says in some of his comments on his YouTube videos, you set yourself, and we all do this, we set ourselves on a low vibration level or standard, and to achieve something like he's achieved, or to be like David Goggins, or be in the SBS, or to be like an Ant Middleton type of person, we have to understand that we have to take ourselves by choice onto a next level of understanding what we're capable of doing, and that we're living our lives way down here. A lot of us, the majority of us, to be totally blunt with you, we live down on a level that's just lower. But some people who stand out, somebody said to me, one of my best friends, or somebody said to me that, you know, when you look at the world, it was a quote, it's a quote, but it's from a famous person, that we live in a time, I think it was a podcast actually, I watch so many things that I get lost in where my information comes from, that we live in a time where now it's the time that a man can stand out, because the majority of men are mediocre, and it doesn't take much for you to become the person that stands out against the society, because society is on average mediocre in its physical, mental prowess and capabilities. But even if we lived in a world where many people was achieving massive, successful and overwhelming successful challenges of human endeavour, Ross Edgley will always stand out against any human challenge, human physical challenge. What he has achieved via swimming around Great Britain is absolutely incredible, and I wish him all the success in the world as another personal trainer and extremely serious person in the fitness industry, that was in the fitness industry when I was doing it. I think that the guy is an inspiration, and an inspiration that every person in every gym should have a knowledge of and aspire to be like that. How he presents himself, how he comes across is extremely good, and I'm going to leave it at that, because to go on, doesn't require much more into going into it. The book itself goes into some of his training methods, some of his philosophies, some of his ideas, some of the people that influenced him from ancient times, and the mindsets that we set within ourselves, how they shape what we think is possible. Which is interesting, because all the psychological things that I've researched points in the same way. If we open up ourselves to complaining, to bitching, to being sad, being sorry, and we go down that path, not only do we become more remorseful, what's the word? We become, negative and bitter, and we lose our ability to shine, and we lose our ability to achieve what we can achieve. And everybody has that potential within limits, because that's key. I do not agree with anyone stressing that anyone can just go and do this, because they can't. This guy is an incredible athlete, regardless of how he puts himself down and is self-deprecating. The guy's an incredible physical athlete. So not everybody can go out and just do these massive achievements. This is a lifetime. To do Great Britain for Ross Edgley, his entire life was leading to this challenge. God knows what he's doing now, but definitely his life was leading towards this challenge. The things that had inspired him, the people he had met, from tribes and to people from the Royal Marines, these people had inspired this energy and power that he already had. As a human being, he already has this incredible positivity, which has made him achieve one of the most incredible physical achievements any human being will ever do. So if you wish to be inspired, if you wish to feel motivated in your life, if you wish to be given a seed of power or motivation that'll put a little thought in your head of what you can do, whether it's just going into the gym and getting yourself back into a fitness routine, of finding positivity where there is none, of understanding that by falling into the pessimistic views of reality too much, yeah, it might be true, but so what? Is it better to be in denial and be more positive and be able to achieve great things, or live in pessimism and never ever really achieve anything? If we can say to ourselves that we can do things, then we're giving ourselves a better standing, or setting ourselves up to be able to achieve great things. And I know from my own training life and experience, even though I've never ever achieved anything remotely like this, that you have the ability, we have all of the ability to turn a switch that gives us incredible potential. So go out and buy this book if you are a lover of physical endeavour, stories and achievement. If you're a fan of David Goggins, this guy is our British David Goggins. This guy isn't a machine. This guy deserves massive praise and massive credit. So if you like this video, give us a like, subscribe to my channel. Some of my book reviews are going to be about heavy subjects. Some are going to be about subjects that I'm passionate about. This one is obviously something that sort of my life passion, and I feel that just even reading this book has given me something extra in my conception of my own personal life, feelings and experience, and how I can myself take something from this. Even though I'm a very educated trainer, I can grab something from this book and I can feel and embrace the conceptions that Ross Edgley is trying to get across, which is you have massive potential and you can change your life and be a powerful force in destiny. See you later.